of the show today. The topic is Swett's Restaurant, 1954-2000, and of course we're talking to the grandchild of the Swetts, who established the restaurant in 1954. And of course, Ms. Beatty, let's talk about the Swett family, to give you an opportunity to talk about that family and the influence that it has had, not only in the restaurant business, but the family period. Let's talk about it from that perspective over the last 5 minutes that we have here.
Well, we're a pretty large family. My grandparents had 9 children, and they actually have 30-plus grandchildren. I've kind of lost count, and quite a few great-grandchildren now. So we're pretty big, you know. And as I said, education was very important to my grandparents, and you know, just being successful too, you know, because I have uncles who had grocery stores and so forth, and you know, they also, you know, were in the business as the grocery stores.
Entrepreneurship sort of ran in the family. Is that what you said?
I have an Uncle Austin Swett. He had College Hill Food Town down by Preston Teller establishment, and he also delved in banking a little. I remember as a kid, Community Federal, I think, don't you know, but he was into banking. So, you know, basically we have had a lot of good experience and good knowledge passed on to us, and we have all basically tried to go our own ways, but to be successful. So, like I said, now it's really the grandchildren, and the grandchildren have children.
Well, how did you get inspired, become inspired, Ms. Beatty, become involved as an affiliate broker in real estate? That is a story itself that I think might be the continuation of the Swett saga here. How did you get involved in it?
Well, actually, I'm the mother of 5 daughters, and you know, needing to earn a living, I also wanted to be available for my children. So, to be honest, that's how it started, you know, because I just felt like, you know, you have to work, but then I like the old way where when you came home to parents, or mother, or so forth. So essentially I was looking for a way to find a job to do that. However, I enjoyed looking at houses. So I was, you know, I was like, well, I'm going to do this, that, and so forth. But it has proved rewarding because a lot of times you are able to help people. You run into people who really need help, and you're able to help them, and they appreciate that and so forth. But it has helped me. I basically am a person that's interested in education, and my kids, you know, sometimes think I'm a little preoccupied with it, but it has allowed me to be there for them, but it's also allowed me to be in a rewarding field. And also to pursue other avenues. Like now I'm in the process, I want to get an executive MBA and move further maybe into some other part of real estate, or maybe into some other business period. But I will always do real estate, but not necessarily it will be my main aspect, because as my kids move on, then I'll have so much time. So, you know, I believe I can do anything that I want to do, you know, and so that's from being around my grandparents. You know, you can do it, and
and so you think that that many members of your family are simply driven, and that your grandparents sort of laid down the foundation, not only for the grandchildren later on, but also for some of the siblings that were there at the time. Very good. And so in a real sense, we can say that the Swetts sort of represent one of the founding African-American families in modern Nashville, Tennessee. Would that be a fair characterization?
Right, because actually my grandmother told me about, she attended TSU when tuition was $12, you know, and, you know, she would tell us about that, and you know, just feeding you and inspiring you, you know, not necessarily to be a business owner, but to succeed, to educate yourself and prepare yourself for the future. And this is what I try to tell my children. You have to, education is power, and you have to arm yourself in order to succeed. That's, to me, is mandatory. And you just can't get enough of it, and we just have to try to impress that on our children.
Very good. You know, I think, Ms. Beatty, as we make preparations to end this show today, not only do we want to thank you for coming by and giving us that information about Swett's Diner, Swett's Restaurant now. Yeah. Not only do we wish to thank you for that, but at the same time for the kind of inspiration I think that you've provided in being part of that family, and to, in a real sense, to point at one of the premier families in Nashville in terms of Nashville economic development. I think that there are many other families that we could speak of that have made equal contributions in Nashville, but I think in a real sense, Swett's Diner and Swett's Restaurant now sort of serves as a symbol of what has been done. And I know that from my own personal experiences and from what I've seen over the last many years, that it is an institution that evidently is going to be here. It refuses to die, because I think many people read its obituary at the burning of that recent fire and et cetera, but it came back stronger than ever. And we can simply attest to the fact that no matter when you go by there, that there are all kinds of automobiles there, indicating that there are all kinds of clients. It has a wide and diverse clientele, and that folks from all walks of life. And I'm sure that they appreciate it, and I'm sure that we appreciate you for coming by and giving us that excellent information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.